have buttons for this, I don't have to press it on my OBS. I will eventually learn this. But kia ora everyone, welcome to a special stream, and if you're watching the VOD, welcome to a special VOD. Today's stream, you will see we have some hashtags and we have a special command in the title, because today's stream is actually a collaboration with Oodie, which is super exciting for me, because as everyone knows, I live in blanket hoodies. I love these things, and like, it's just a perfect combo. I believe Fud said it a couple of streams ago that they literally cannot remember a stream where I am not wearing a cozy blanket hoodie. So yeah, it's a really cool, exciting collab, and we will talk a little bit later a bit more about the Oodie and the wonderfulness. But yeah, it's a good time, it's exciting, and it's a fun stream, and I'm looking forward to today. So yes, I have my coffee. I am I am running on probably about half an hour of sleep that I think I got at about 7 AM this morning. But other than that, we're doing excellent. Today is injection day, so it is the better day in my pain cycle, and medication will be kicking in. So yeah, it should be a good day. Hopefully it's a productive day. It is of course Friday here in Aotearoa. It is, I know, Thursday for a lot of y'all. We're heading to the weekend, and it's also quite an exciting weekend. We have lots of fun things coming up to talk about, including Kiwi RPG Week, which is going to also change my schedule a little bit. So I was going to do the stream on Sunday, but there's a bunch of conflicts. So yeah, we'll talk about that as we go through. But I hope you're all doing well out there, and let's get over to the artwork, because we are continuing on. I did the mouse again instead of the button. We are continuing on with our Alien Worlds endeavours. So I have been working a little bit off stream on this as well. So you can see last time we finished off the background on stream, and then since then I have gone in and coloured all the flowers and the aliens. I've based everything, and I've started doing the shading work on top of all of this as well. In terms of our other current pages in the Lost Paradise, I have not been back to the double page spread. The double page spread is still where we left it several streams ago. This is the joy of working on several pages at once. And then I did do a little bit of a tester with the Mod Podge Extreme glitter on the background, so I just clustered it around some stars, but you can see that there is a very clear gloss effect. So I am going to have to go through and repaint all the background with the Mod Podge Extreme glitter to make it not have that very obvious gloss effect. However, I feel like this adds more vibrancy and depth to the black, so I'm not mad at it. Like, I don't mind. I'm probably going to have to also darken the side of the planet just a little bit more, just to sort of balance out. But this one is very close to being done. Literally, Mod Podge Extreme Glitter, or SS Galactic Glitter Glue, all over the background, and a little bit of shading on the planet. This one, we've obviously got quite a bit more work to go on it. And then these two lovely alien friends are done. That alien friend is done, so we've just got these alien friends. So we're going to focus on this one first and see if we can get more done on these fine little friends. So as you can see, I've started doing some of the details on the plants, so I need to go over all the details with my Posca and then reshade with my pencils on top, just to add some variation to all the tones and textures. And then we also still have some Posca highlighting to do. I did unfortunately choose to do these flowers red, forgetting, of course, in fact, I have not got my red Posca on me still. So we're going to have to do the orange make it red Posca trick again. It isn't great, but we'll make do. In terms of these creatures, I've still got to go through and do all the shading on them. They are just base. And then I want to make the wings also appear transparent like we did with the Apex Predator. So we're going to use some white Posca and then probably some white Inktense on top. Maybe look for some white acrylic paint. I know there's some white acrylic ink here if I need to. We've got options, but we're going to start by just doing a ton of Posca work. So I hope you are all doing well out there today. I know a few of you are working and lurking and doing your thing and using me to do your buddy, your work buddy, your production buddy. I hope you have a productive and successful time. Yeah, there's not a lot else to talk about in terms of what's happening here. Is what we've done since last stream, because honestly I've mostly just been sleeping and again playing The Sims. I thought we had a sneeze building, but it passed away this time. Yeah, I've ended up falling back into the Sims rabbit hole again, and I brought a couple of packs on the sale, which did end yesterday, but I am really enjoying just having that as my chill wind down time again, especially because I haven't had a lot of spoons even for colouring lately. So that's just been good and relaxing. And it also kind of leads me into Sunday. So Sunday, 10 AM New Zealand time is my regular stream. For me, it's Sunday 10 AM. For a lot of folks on the other side of the dateline, it is on a Saturday. Because of course, New Zealand is very far ahead in the time zones. However, Sunday marks the start of Kiwi RPG Week. And I am the mod for the Kiwi RPG live streams. There is going to be a whole week of different Kiwi RPGs that are going to be streamed, and I should have thought ahead and grabbed Kiwi RPG's Twitch channel, because it is not an easy one to find, because they have named it with their Māori name, which is Kimu Whakatau Aotearoa, which I love the fact that they're using the Māori name, but I also can never remember how to spell it, and I can barely pronounce it, and I'm trying. Here we go. There we go. And then it's in my list, and I'll be able to find the name to copy and paste again. But because they are starting their first game on Sunday at midday, this presents one of the challenges with regular Sunday stream, because 12 till 3 I need to be modding that. And so my first thought was, okay, well, we could just do a later stream. Like, that's okay. I could do a 3 PM or 3:30 or 4 PM, probably 4 PM. But then there's a second thing, and that Sammy has pre-booked in a randomizer for Hollow Knight with Annie Banani and Violacious. And so, of course, we are currently sharing a workspace, which I actually really like. Really nice to look up and see Sammy doing her thing over there. She's currently dancing.
Gently though, I have a bit of a pain in my shoulder and neck.
Yes, yes.
I think that's that.
But because of that, Sammy obviously needs to be at her PC that she runs the game on, whereas I have the portable laptop. Sammy, that came out the speakers.
I know.
Okay.
I noticed that.
Good, good.
Cool. And I took them.
Oh, good then. Just in case. And so I'm the one that's portable. So I'm the one that's moving. So I am going to set myself up in the kitchen to do the modding. And so part of me is like, I don't want to move the entire art setup. So I think for ease, I'm just going to move Sunday stream to Monday, which is still going to be Sunday for most folks. So it's still going to be Sunday fun day. It's going to happen on a Monday for me. And then I don't have to move my entire art setup. And then if I feel like it, maybe we could do a cheeky little game stream on Sunday. My Sunday. In the afternoon, if I feel like it. But this also takes all the pressure off me having to stream and move all the art stuff. Like, that's the biggest thing is if I move the art stream stuff out there, I have to move all the lights, I have to set up a whole new system out there, and like, it could be done, but it's also a lot, and then I have to move it all for Tuesday. But, you know, it'd just be a heck of a lot easier to just not and just move the stream. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to move the stream that I would normally do on Sunday to Monday so that there's no disturbances to Sammy, who would probably be moving everything for me. But she's wonderful like that. And so that we don't miss out on doing the art stream, but I also don't have tons and tons of, you know, moving around of stuff. So yeah, Sunday stream is going to be moved to my Monday, still 10 AM. We'll still stick at the same time, but we will just be on my Monday instead of Sunday, which will still be Sunday for a lot of folks. I know it's confusing. Time zones are confusing. But yeah, just watch your socials as you do. Have the notifications on, all that fun jazz that professional streamers are meant to tell you about. Terrible habit. Please don't ever start. So yeah, hope you're all doing well out there today. I've been coughing a lot overnight. Isn't great. Hey, hello, how are you going, lovely? Thank you so much. I am making progress on this alien world and this first planet. I still haven't decided where we're going to put the glitter on this one, but I do like how it's coming together. So right now I'm just using Posca to do all the little patterns on the flower, all in the same brown so it ties together. And then I need to go over it with pencils like I've done here, just to tone it down and give it some depth and dimension, because it does look very flat when you just use the Posca on top. And then we just have to finish off some of our little pink trunk branches, connections, stems, I don't know. They're alien flowers. And then we can just work on shading our little cheeky friends here. I feel like they're the sort of creatures that would get tied up in the spaceship and pull apart all the wiring. That's what they feel like to me. But how are you going today, Ari? I hope you're doing well and feeling good. the main thing I am looking forward to having these pages done is being able to actually put the pencils away. Because the pencils are getting ridiculous, but I'm using so many colours. Because I've got so many pages on the go, I can't do my usual trick of putting the pencils away because different colours relate to different pages. Alright, so we've got another wiggly worm style one up here. And then I just need to figure out how I'm going to do the orange ones with like the lines. I just do like outlines, or if I do solid streaks. And a shaking. Luckily the wiggly lines, so if my hands shake a bit, it's not the end of the world. Not so well. The weather really worsened my migraine. Since a week I can't do much. Oh no, it's summer and we're having like 15 Celsius and we're having one thunderstorm after another. Eesh. There's definitely something in the weather changes for us chronic illness peeps. Like, I know when it's dropping to being really, really cold, I feel it in my bones so badly. Like, things just swell up so badly. And it sucks, you know? I hope it passes soon, especially the migraine, because I know those are really debilitating for you. I'm doing okay with, I'd say, like, I know I'm not 100%. I'm a little, like, I've had a cough and a couple bits and pieces, but in the grand scheme of things, like, not too bad. The lighting has changed again. The only joy is with natural lighting. That puts me entirely in shadow. And the page is also very shiny. You know what? I might try turning these off. Let's just see what this is like. Alright, bear with me for 2 seconds. No, it's colour. Alright, apologies about this. It's annoying me. There we go. Well, that gets rid of all the shine, and now you can actually see what I'm doing. That might help. I mean, there's still a little bit of shine, but compared to the blinding lights, plus then I don't have the lights in my face. The continual battle while doing traditional art and trying to battle a lighting, especially lighting that changes all the time. I hope the weather will be warmer the rest of the summer. At least our family holiday will be in Tunisia this year, so we'll definitely get hot weather. Hopefully the cold will be gone soon. Nice. Is it? Where is Tunisia? Am I even pronouncing that right? I'm probably not. But that sounds really, really lovely. Did a lot of reading because I couldn't draw. So 16 books in a week and a half? Damn. That's a lot of books. But also, nice. What is the favourite thing that you've read? Tunisia is a country in northern Africa. Will be my first time in Africa. That's so exciting, Ari. And also Beatty. Hello. How are you going, hun? I love to read dark romance, especially with fantasy mix. Ooh. I love fantasy. I'm doing okay. A bit of pain, so I'm trying to take my mind off it. I'm sorry to hear that, hun. It sounds like a few of us are flaring up at the moment, and I don't like that. But hopefully we can be the distraction that you need today. Fantasy is my most favorite genre to read. It's so nice, like the focus on world building and the lore and creativity people come up with, and just the visual imagery that they describe. Nothing quite like cozying up with a good book, or a good audiobook in my case. Like, I'm a speed reader. I can actually read physical books quicker than I listen to audiobooks. And I do listen to my audiobooks on a very fast speed. But I still prefer audiobooks because then I can also do something like colour at the same time. Or draw or work on other projects. Also love to write fantasy. Maybe one day I'm brave enough to publish them. You can only try, and honestly, with the rise in popularity in books right now, and especially fantasy books, like, why not? What are you going to lose? You're just going to get some places giving you feedback on your writing? Like, you can only try. I've always wanted to illustrate a kid's book. That just sounds like really fun to me. But also, sketching isn't as fun as colouring to me. So, it'd be cool to work with someone who would like... Same with like a graphic novel or something. I've always thought it'd be really cool to be the colourist on a graphic novel. Because I know there's some amazing people out there that do amazing things with black and white, but want colour but don't like to work with colour. And it's like, yep, here I am. You give me the lines. I reckon that would be a really fun collab to do at some point. I want to someday write a kid's book with the stories my father imagined and told me as a child. Oh, that's really sweet. Alright, how are we gonna do this? Yeah, we could just do a line around the outside. I think that'll work. And then it kind of disappears as we go up, but that actually kind of works. I like that. I think that'll work. If only writing was like in The Sims, where you just, like, writing is one of the ways it is very easy to make money when you play The Sims. because your sim can write several books in a day and they can publish them all and they can get royalties. And those royalties stick.
That big.
Yeah, right.
Possibly Brandon Sanderson. He's earning them out in it, right?
Yeah. But yeah, I played a household recently, and I did one of my favorite challenges playing the sim is Rags to Riches, where you literally dump your sim on a lot with nothing, and they have to scrape their way into building a house, right? And so one of the ways that it's real easy to play this is to have your sim have the aspiration of being a writer, because you can go to public library lots and use the computers and write at the computers. Yeah, I've thought about seeing if there's a mod out there for The Sims that makes it a little bit more realistic for writing a book, because I'm sure there is, where you like write it and then you have to edit it and then you send it away and an editor looks at it and gives its notes and then you have to redo it and then you submit it, and it may not even be like popular or sell well or something like that. So trying to just make it a bit more realistic. I would love to write a book about my work on the kids' oncology and stem cell transportation care unit. At the moment, I'm writing 2 books parallel, and I'm writing them parallel in German and English. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of parallels within parallels. But good on you. Well done. Yeah, I've always thought it would be cool to do writing. I never sit down to write. I occasionally will write for myself, but it's usually when my brain thoughts are just getting too intense and too whirly, and it's like I will sit down and write out a bunch just to get it out of me. And then, yeah, I don't. And I do have, like, ideas, because I have a homebrew world that I came up with that I used for D&D. And there's all sorts of stories I could tell from in there. There's a whole fantasy world. And it's like, I could, technically, use that as the basis for a fantasy adventure book series. Am I going to do it? Probably not. I'm just happy running it as my little D&D friends. And then, like, I haven't fleshed out the entire world, and they help me flesh out areas even more. I have a lot of time to do it because I'm fully pensioned, and that's valid. And also, if you enjoy it, it's like, do it. Why not? It's another creative endeavor. It's another way of being creative. Like, I'm sure if something happened to me in another fall and I unfortunately damaged my wrists and I can't colour for a while, I would probably look at doing some formalised writing. Like, I have wanted to formalise out my homebrew world. So it's easier for my players. But also, it would just be nice to get it all written down. So that would be like something of, okay, I can't hold a pencil, but I could still type, or use like a voice to text thing or something, and just sit down and actually formalize out things. And that would be a good chance to work on a bit of creative storytelling and bits and pieces like that. Just fun being creative, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but for me, definitely something in it. I probably have 200 to 300 plots gathered to choose from, so more than I could ever write. Oh my goodness. Yeah, with voice to text, you don't even have to be able to use your hands, so that's good. So something ever happens, at least there's something you can still do. Exactly. That's like one of my things as well, because especially when my flare-up first started happening, and I got, like, I had to go through that time period where I couldn't use my hands because they were so swollen, and I had to look for alternative means of creativity. It is something that I have experienced, and I am aware that how much of a mental toll that took on me. So there's like a list in my head now of, hey, if this happens, we've still got this. Because, yeah, it was rough. It was a rough time. But we got through it. We got our hands back. Doesn't mean we won't flare up crazy like that again, or we'll have a fall where we end up in a cast for a while, or something or other. Hopefully not. We're avoiding it. We've done good this year. Haven't had to go into hospital yet. It'd be nice if I could make it a whole year. Yeah, we've made it half a year, so that's really good. I'm just using the polychromos pencils now to shade down some of these highlights and just blend them in, because we still want them to be highlights, but they would still be darker towards the bottom and where we've got the shadows. So this just makes them a little bit less intense highlights. It still gives them that highlight that we need. Yeah, I really like how this is coming together. Possibly just also, as well as putting the white on the wings to make them slightly translucent, I might also put glitter on the wings, because I need it somewhere. And the wings feels like it's the most obvious spot, but I think it will tie in well. Glitter, 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 glitter. I do love glitter. Everything's better with glitter. Now the yellow flowers, we're actually using Bistro as our dark here, just because the yellow flowers don't get too dark. We just want to use a little bit, just towards the extreme dark at the bottom. But most of this will be done in Bistro. It's very close to the brown that was actually used. When my daughter was around 2 to 3, someone asked her what her favourite colour was, and she said glitter because it has all the colours in it. That's one of the reasons I like glitter. Glitter is its own colour because it's all the colours. Child is wise. Trust the ways of the child. Alright, And we'll use a little bit just to define in the wings. While the wings are going to be blurry because like they're translucent, we still want to reflect the shading going on behind the wings. Alright, haven't done up here. This is our next one. So it does mean we lose some of the definition on those spots, but also it just gets a better gradient in there and it just looks more like purposeful, you know, and it doesn't look so flat. That's my issue with the Posca. I love them for highlighting, but they can come across very flat sometimes. So just adding that little layer with the pencils and blurring out the edges and just adding a little bit of gradient over top, especially with the polychromos being translucent. This just provides so much help. Oh, no, that doesn't get used on red. My bad. Automatic mode. Only problem with having the hair down. Try to drink the coffee and the hair goes in the coffee. Like, no hair. You don't belong there. Alright, sorry, I just had to check a message about tonight. It's cute having my hair in pigtails, but you can really see how long the regrowth is. Like, I could do a chop and pretty much be my natural hair colour. It is starting to annoy me again, my hair, so I definitely need to at least trim the ends off. The ends are getting a bit split and dry, so it is time for a trim anyway. But yeah, it's been annoying me, so I think it's time for a good old chop. How are we all doing out there today? Is anyone working on any colouring while we're doing it? Or, again, I know a couple of you are lurking and doing the lurks, which always valid. If you are lurking, I hope the day passes quickly. If you're body doubling, I hope you get done what you need to get done. Hopefully, Sammy has a big weekend this weekend, but hopefully next week I can pin her down to get this stuff done. And she can help me figure out this task list thing that I want to do. So we can also start doing some body doubling type things. Because I know I'm used, like my streams are used a lot as co-working streams. And so I think it would be nice to actually set up a little co-working stream day where it is about being productive. Get a little task list up there if we can add to the task list. I'm colouring a small princess book with fully clothing, easy pages. I love that. Sometimes you just need an easy page. I need to go through all my books here and also update my journal and figure out what I've got in progress. I've been so bad this month at tracking my pages. I haven't tracked my pages. I have pages all over the place, and yeah, I need to just sit down, look at each of the books, update things, and then figure out what I've got left and see what I can get finished off so we don't end up adding 15 things to the work in progress list. And included in there is some simpler pages as well. Okay, I think we're mostly done with the flowers. We may go in and refine some. I've still got to go around the edges of the Poscas with, I've done that on the yellow, but I might need to fix a couple of areas up. And then go in and do the red and the orange. But, do I want to do that now? Or I do all the pink? No, the pink's behind in a lot of the cases, so let's do the pink. Exactly, the background is already coloured in. That's just colouring the person, and some pages have additional stuff like flowers or butterflies, but nothing big. I love that. Sometimes it's just what you need. Now, apologies, my hand is kind of be blocking things a bit here. Because a lot of these pencils are very small. And I should probably technically get out extenders for all of them. Am I going to? No, because they're not at that. You definitely need an extender length. Oh. Caffeine. Okay. So use the bright pink, or pink as it's actually called. I know, I've always referred to this as fluoro pink, but I guess it's just pink. I guess because there is a baby pink as well, or pastel pink. Yeah, we'll just highlight out some areas. And then once it dries, we'll go back over it with the fuchsia and tone that down. And that's how I've been doing the pink highlights in certain areas. So I still need to, like here, go over this branch a bit. I feel like I'm hearing something vibrate. Oh, shaky hands. Shaky hands. That's okay. And we do a couple of bigger highlights, a couple of the connections. We use our darker to bring in from the shadows. Where that we need to add shadows, like around the little alien friends. There's no specific light source here because we are in the trees, so like I do imagine that it is kind of dark in here, but also our eyes have kind of adjusted, but it does mean there is no like bright direct light source, so we don't technically have like cast shadows or anything. Like it's all just kind of a bit dark, but also I'm not going to color the whole thing specifically very dark because that would be kind of not visually pleasing. So we're not doing probably the most authentic of shadows, but I'm happy with it, you know, and that's it in the end. As long as you're happy with what you're producing when you're coloring and you're coloring correctly. Just realised there's one back here that I forgot to dull down the pink of, because even though it's pink, it's still too light of a pink to match what we've got going. So we do have to tone this down. But luckily, you just run a pencil over it. Pretty straightforward. Alright, let's get in here done. Unfortunately, all these pencils are just slightly too small, so I'm colouring at a really awkward angle where I'm blocking your vision again. I need to keep that near me. Especially for the fuchsia, because we're using a lot of fuchsia, so don't need the Posca right now. We need to double down on some of our shading here. We can start shading along this one as well. I'm also just using the black to fill in any areas along like the vines where I might have left like a little ridge or anywhere where the shading's not perfect in the background. I'm just filling it in with a little bit of black. Alright, so we'll re-add in some of the brighter highlights here, just so we get a real pop between the branch that's in the background and the ones that come on top. You can also use your finger to kind of smudge it out a little bit. Works quite nicely too. That one's setting, so you know what? We might as well just go through and do this quickly. And then all the pink can dry and we can just do all the shading at once. I'm all for anything that saves us a little bit of time. Artsiendo, hello. I am feeling a lot better, thank you so much. Still a little bit of a cough, not quite 100%, but definitely a lot better than I have been. And yeah, in terms of the pages, no, I have not. I've basically been working on 3 pages at once in this book and just kind of bouncing between them. So, and I've been working a little bit on them offline as well, just whatever strikes my mood. So this one, we are really close to finishing this one. We probably will finish it today. We're just finishing up some shading details, and then we're just going to work on these guys. I want to do the wings translucent, so we'll do that, and then we'll probably just put some glitter on their wings because it needs some glitter. And then the other ones that I'm working on is the double page arrival at the planet. So this one's nearly done. I did want to put Mod Podge Extreme glitter in the background. I tested a little section and it didn't quite, it's got like a shine to it, so I now have to go over the whole background with it. But this one is essentially done, apart from that Mod Podge, and maybe I might need to put another layer of black over the side here. But that one's really close to being done as well. And then the double page arrival has still got a bit of work to go on. So yeah, but considering like I think we're definitely going to finish one. I might put off doing the Mod Podge Extreme glitter until I've finished this page, just so it doesn't put too much of a texture on the page. I'm not sure, but we'll at least focus on getting our little tree friends done here, because this one is very close to being done. But I am being told by the Twitch gods that it has been an hour and it's time to do our self-care check-in. So, if you are not aware, every hour I put down the pencils for 3 minutes and we do some active stretching. It's a great opportunity to get some water, hydration, take your meds, grab a snack, go to the bathroom, anything that you can do to self-care for yourself, to make yourself feel better, to look after yourself, because you deserve to be looked after. We're going to just pause for 3 minutes. I'm going to start doing the wiggles. So yeah, take this opportunity, grab a cup of tea, whatever you can do to look after yourself. But please do some self-care. And yeah, for those of you on Twitch, hopefully you don't go to Adland, but if you do, thank you for your service. For those of you on YouTube, just enjoy hanging out for 3 minutes. You'll be heading to bed. It's 1 AM there. All good, Ari. Thank you so much for popping in. Look, the cool thing about standing up is you get to see my oodie. Today's stream is a collab with the oodie, which is cool. We are going to talk about it a little later on, but for now you can just see lots of rainbow splatter. You can do exclamation oodie to bring up a affiliate code. Not affiliate code, just like they've given me a code so you can get $35 off one, which is pretty sweet, but there's also some really good deals going on there. I don't earn any money from it. I just got gifted this one to tell y'all about it. And then I brought 2 more with my own money. So yeah, but we're going to talk about it a little bit later on, probably. But it's pretty cool. It's pretty exciting. done a lot of progress on those 3 pages and they were looking great. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm really close to finishing off the Lost Paradise, which is really cool. Like, I'm really looking forward to having this particular planet done. We will go back to the start and do sort of like an outfitting of the ship. And then we're going to revisit the Air Kingdom, which is the next planet, which I've entirely done. But I want to push the shadows quite a bit more. So, yeah, that's kind of the next step. This is good music to wiggle to. It's just wiggly music. Definitely good to do the wiggles today. I also redid my nails before stream, but then I had to get sent, so I had to help me quickly paint one hand, because this hand was having a carpal tunnel spasm. Like, yeah, no, I can't speed paint this hand right now. So, very grateful to her. But yeah, my nails are purple. Just plain purple, just plain pale purple this time. It is pretty. It kind of matches with some purple. Do it this way. Hold up. No, we'll do it this way. Kind of matches. Like, it's the same family. It's a little lighter. So yeah, the plan for this one, we keep doing the Posca highlighting and some pencil shading on these background flowers. Bit of Posca to edge the flower petals for the orange and red ones, which I haven't done yet. I've got to fix up a couple on the yellow. Then we're going to tackle our little friends. We're going to do translucent wings, need shadow and shading on the body. I want to also pop these eyes out, so we'll probably use the bright yellow Posca to make the eyes really pop. And then a bit of glitter on the wings, and these guys are done. So we're definitely going to get this one finished today. Fairly confident in that. And welcome back, everybody. Thank you for those of you who went to Adland on Twitch. And I hope you all took the opportunity to do some self-care. And the great thing about that, although I should have done this side, I did not notice that. Done it. I was about to say, the great thing was that gave a chance for all our Poscas to set. But then I missed a whole section, didn't I? It's always the way. Always missing a section or two. Luckily we can come back. It doesn't take long. Well, yeah, I'm hearing a phone vibrate, and Sammy heard this the other day too. We're like, we couldn't figure out what it was. Do 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 do. Oh, I know what I forgot to do. I'll bring it up now while I remember. I was gonna pin this. Done. So let's not start over there where it's still wet. Let's start where it's actually set. Need more extenders. I'm of course using all the tiny colours here. This is good bouncy music today. Do, 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 do. Yeah, we're also using the black to fill in any areas of the background that I might have missed, to tone down some of these highlights, because they are very intense. And like, we want a bit of highlighting, but also not that extreme contrast, so we can use the polys over the Posca, just tone it down slightly. In fact, I've missed the thing altogether there, so we'll just sort of block that one out entirely. And for you, because you're entirely in the background, make sure we're still on stream. The lighting has changed again. Joys of natural lights. Like, it's blue sky, but it's also very cloudy here today. The sun is moving behind the clouds. Sometimes we have bright sun and sometimes we have not bright sun. It makes it very awkward for the lighting. If it gets too bad at any point, please let me know. I'll see what I can do to fix it up. I can turn on the overhead lights again. We turned them off because they were just too bright and too shiny. Oh, we're up to the Chaotic Play album, I believe. Yep. This album feels like it would be the music playing in one of the future planets that are coming up in this book, which is like a big tech city. I actually have most of the planets' color schemes and stuff sort of figured out, which I'm really excited to get to. So there's one planet that is techno futuristic, and I'd really like to do neons, rainbow neons there, and that's going to be a real challenge for me, but I think it's going to look so cool if I can pull it off. But also, what a perfect opportunity to play around and try. See if I can figure out how to pull it off. So we're going to make sure we've got a little bit of variation between our front highlight and our back one. We might even brighten up this one a bit, so it brings this one forward. Well, keeping shadows at the back. Okay, last section of this branch. Like, this is what I mean about Kerby. It can seem detailed and like it would take a while, but genuinely it can be pretty quick sometimes. That's because the Inktense is doing a lot of the work here, and the Inktense did not take long to do it all. So how are we all doing out there? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're hydrated. Sorry, I know this is awkward angle and you can't see what I'm doing. Let's tone down this one a little bit. She's very bright up here. Anywhere else we need to tone down? Anywhere looking overly bright compared to what it should look like? Looking a bit flat. Let's see if we can sort of blur that out a little bit. Alright, happy with that. So, we need to fix up a couple of the yellow highlights just because I lost a couple of them in the process. Of course, my Posca is going to be poopy. Come on, you're a semi-new light yellow. Nope, you're the actual yellow. That might be why you're throwing a poop. Where is... Did I put it away? Probably did. Need that one while we're at it. Grab that one. I need that one for future. Since we're in here, we might as well pull out the ones that we're going to be needing for the rest of these creatures. Not 100% sure what I'll need, so I am just pulling out a few different ones. And we'll need a white. Which I have a white on the table, but we'll pull out another white just in case. There. Yeah, getting caught in my wrist guards. Alright, so the main thing I'm doing here is there's some areas where, because I did the pink highlighting, I went over the yellow with the pink. This is just cleaning up our areas, and then there's some areas like here where my line work didn't quite cover up the lines. So if we just dab it on and then remove some of the paint pen, it'll help fade down those lines without giving us the extreme highlight that we have in the top of the flower. And that'll just tone down those black lines. Oh, just clean up our edges a little bit. Because for some reason I chose to do this part first. Like, this is not logical. Uh-oh. We did it, and it's basically all done. The yellow. And as I said, we're just doing some cleanup. Oh, and then the other thing I was going to do with the yellow Posca, give us some bright glowing eyes. We also have some dots on the forehead that we might pick out with the yellow, we might pick out with the purple, we might pick out with the gold. We have options, but we'll decide that after we've done the skin. I did say initially I wasn't going to do green because I was like, I haven't used green anywhere else on the planet, but I forgot about the solar giant and the fact I have used a little bit of green on there. So that's why I did decide to include some green. Just a little bit. But I actually really like the little pop of green. Like, it just ties in well. It's still the same color story, but it gives some variation to it. And means that our solar giant isn't the only form of green, which is quite nice. Right. Got the red and the orange flowers. So let's start with the orange because they're going to be easier. So surprise, surprise, I'm using orange Posca. So for our lighter areas, it's pretty straightforward because it matches up pretty perfectly. I'm going to let those areas start drying down. And then here where we want a little bit of edge highlighting but not as intense, we're going to dab it off with our finger, just like I always do. Oh, excuse me. Just like a little bit of a lingering cough that doesn't really want to go away at the moment. Give that a minute to dry and then we'll do our blurred edges. Alright, same thing again. Go back over the top. And lift it off with our finger. Because the earlier pen has set, we're not going to be lifting that. We're just going to be lifting what we just applied. And if you dab it, you still leave a little bit of colour behind. So it's a great way to sort of blend out the highlights. Cool. Now I do also have apricot. And what I'm going to do with the apricot is, just because this orange is a perfect match, and at that tip we want it a little lighter, like we have on the yellow flowers. So the only area that's really going to affect is this one down here. So just on this tip, I'm going to go in with the apricot, because you can layer Poscas. And same thing again, we're going to dot off some of the excess so we leave a little bit of the colour residue. Make sure you wipe your finger in between so you don't re-dot it down. Especially around here. Build it up a little bit. So I did accidentally have some wet on my finger, so I'm just going to use black around the outside and dark brown on the inside, and just scratch off the little transfer. It's pretty straightforward, but that little extra pop of highlight just helps add to the variation of the Posca. That's our orange done. Now the red. The problem colour, because I forgot my red Posca. So we're going to use orange again. However, we're also going to be layering some pencil on top to tone it more to red. So our light in the red would have been the orange anyway, so it will still work, but it does mean that we need to do the highlighting and then go over the highlighting with pencil to tone it to be more the correct colour. Because right now, when I place this down, this is going to look extremely wrong. Yeah, even though this looks very wrong right now, we will work back over this. So it's just going to look very odd for the moment. And I am extending this one out further than I normally would for the highlight. There we go, that's better. Tip was getting a little clogged up there for a moment. Same again, I think this orange one may also be going. I think I just need to replace all my 1MR Poscas. Like, I wouldn't be surprised, because I've used them a lot. Also, I don't think I've technically used the orange anywhere near as much as some of the other colours, so... It sounds like there's a little bit in there. Maybe it's just like oil and wax from the pencils building up. We also want to get the inside bit there. Over here. So we're just going to leave that to set entirely again while we work on our next section. We have this red one in the corner here. Oh, and up the top. I knew there was one more. We do up the top. Do. Right, that's our orange on the red done. So we're just going to give that a minute to fully set because we want this one to be well set. And then we're going to start going over it with the red. So we're going to use middle cadmium, and then I think I have a brighter red. I do have pale geranium lake. So I don't want these sharp. We want them to have a slightly flat surface. If we have a sharp surface with the Posca, we'll actually lift the Posca off entirely. But if we have a slightly blunt surface, we can work over the Posca. So that's what we're aiming for. I just need to extend one area down. While we wait for that to set, I'm just going to test on these background ones. So just working quite lightly over the top. And we'll just shade over that orange and it will become red. And because it's a orange, it will lighten up the red that we use. I don't think there's any more sort of background areas. There is not. So we'll start with our middle cadmium red. We're going to start at the bottom. Now if we go a little bit over the brown patterning, it's not actually the end of the world. It's just going to shade in our brown patterning as well. We're going to work that middle cadmium about a third up, and then we're going to bring in our geranium and work that a third up, and then we'll leave the orange tip. And that's how we'll create a bit of a gradient highlight without having the red Posca here. So that's what we're going to slowly start doing over every section. Oop, I went way too high on that one. That's okay. You can always go back over it with the orange Posca to re-highlight it out. This is also a great way to, if you have like a Posca and it's not quite the right shade, but it's close. So like the red Posca is a very cool red, and we've used a lot of really warm reds here. So even if I had the red Posca, I'd probably still have to go over it with a warmer red pencil, just to have it tie in to what we've done on the rest of the page. So it's like, we'd be doing this regardless. I think it was Smalt that was saying that Copic are going to bring out paint pens now too. It's kind of cool. We can also use a bit of the brown to also darken up the bottom. Yeah. Posca's rolling off the desk. And we also have the Caput Mortem Violet. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's the red brown that are used on the flowers themselves. So we can also work a bit of that in if we need to. If we think we need to darken any areas, tone down the orange. I swear I still hear something vibrating. It stopped.
Where's mom?
I feel like it's in that direction. I feel like it's what you heard the other day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's my,
Yeah. It's just weird. It's synchronized. And I noticed it. It's okay. Alright, that gives us our red highlights. Yay! Alright, now we can work on our little alien friends. Now I do have that one already pulled out, so using that one in, and we have that colour pulled out. I think the only thing we need is a green belly. we'll pull out Emerald. And we'll have some Payne's Grey for some shadows. And that should be enough to get started at the very least. Still, this one's extender. Okay, this green kind of lines up perfectly. Love when that happens. So we're doing the tips of the claws, the tip of the tail, and the tip of the head are all green. And we don't technically need to outline everything. I don't know why I just started doing it, but I did, so I guess we're outlining all the claws. It does look really cool without the black line. Alright, we'll get to the tip of the head later on. But before we do all this boss work, we should really get our shadows in there. There will be a little bit of shadow, particularly where the bodies are sitting next to one another. So I have Cold Grey 5 here that I'm using as a little bit of a shadow indicator. And then I also have bluish turquoise. Baked Cupcake, hello! Thank you so much for the follow. How are you going today? Feel free to just hang out and lurk in the shadows if you feel more comfortable with doing that. We do have a lot of friends that just like to lurk. If you want to say hi, feel free to say hi as well. We've got our green to blue fade on the tail here. And we want to make sure we've got a little bit of variation between one of these claws. That would have a bit of shadow there. Now I don't technically have a blue that is dark enough to outline, but I do have a blue that will be light enough to highlight. So that's what we'll be focusing on with the Posca. The body is highlighting what we can highlight. We provide that extra light source essentially. So we'll use the bluish turquoise. we have the light turquoise. Yeah, light turquoise. And we'll use that to work over some of the highlight areas. And then we have glacier blue, light blue, and then I have a aqua green. So let me just swatch all of them. I don't think aqua green is right. You are the light blue. You are the glacier blue. Oof. Looks like it's had a little explosion in there. It isn't working too well. It's okay because I actually think the light blue works better. It's got a slightly more green tone to it. One's more icy blue and one's more slightly greener blue. They're very similar though. So we'll use this to do spot highlighting, just to emphasize those lighter areas. Don't you die on me. Alright, I'm going to use a little bit of black here just to deepen some shadows, not too much. There are a couple of areas of really dark shadows. Like here and under here. And I'll put a little bit more effort into these guys because they are kind of the focus, especially this one here being the biggest one. So like, we'll just spend a little bit of extra time working on the blending here. Won't hurt us. Do, 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 do. And the thing is, once we get once we figure out how we're going to place it on this one, it won't take us long to do it on the other two. This one's just taking a bit longer because we've got a couple of things to figure out, like how where the shadows are. I kind of did work it out a little bit when I did the Inktense base. But no, use the cool grey just to define and add some shadows, particularly where we've got a couple of layers. And under the head here. And in between the fingers. Alright. And we want our light blue Posca. Do 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 do. Hope you're all doing well out there. We've just about finished off our first little friend here. Working on some appropriate highlighting. I need to give the finger a bit of a clean. Going to get very Posca-fied. It looks like rainbow splatter, like my oodie. Do 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 do. Okay. Right. Blend in some of these edges here that are a bit harsh. Get less Posca stops here and more subtle soft highlight. But I like that so far. So I've still got the face to go. I did not pull out a purple for the belly. Luckily we're open on the purple, so it's not hard to do. So following kind of how the light's going already, would kind of have a center highlight. So we'll just do some lines on the center. And then around the edges we'll darken. Malt! Hello! Amy, it is too hot out. I am melted. Oh no! Can you send some of your heat this way? Because it's like really, really cold here in Aotearoa. You can take some of our cold, and I'll take some of your warm. Not that I'm feeling it today. Because itty. But how are you going, lovely? I hope you've, apart from melting, had a good day so far. Hope you've had a successful day. And can now just rest and relax. And hopefully, in somewhere air conditioned. Trying to cool down my house from 38 Celsius, 90% humidity. Oh, yeah, no, that's too hot. That's too hot. It's been a cope kind of day. Yeah. I'm sorry. But, well done for coping. Well done for making it through, because I know you are getting to the end of the day for your time zone. So, be proud that you made it through, because sometimes that's the goal. My area user experience heats like this for one day. This is day 3. Oh, wow. Yeah, that is a heat wave for you then. Gosh, no wonder you're feeling uncomfortable then too. Right. So, green Posca, we're going to start with the background pieces that I want a bit more faded. And do our finger lift technique with a clean finger because we've got a lot of Posca on our fingers at the moment. It's too hot to eat, too hot to sleep. I don't know how anyone lives like this. Oh my gosh. I have been in that temperature once. I was in, I think it was Kitty or Kitty or Katu. I don't know. It's one of the rural regions of New Zealand. And we were staying with a friend of my aunt's who essentially lived in a tin shed, and it was 40 Celsius. And on top of that, I caught the flu. So I was also feverish, and I could not get cold. And it was awful. It was truly awful. And at one stage we went to the beach, and the beach was actually cooler because it had airflow. And so I finally managed to fall asleep on my towel, and I ended up sleeping for 6 hours in the hot New Zealand sun, which doesn't have UV protection, and is the first and only time I have been burnt in my life. But yeah, I remember at one point my aunt and uncle went to go and take my siblings, because we were all very young. I think I was like 14. For an ice block, and because of the heat they couldn't even bring me an ice block back from the shop because it would have just melted by the time they got it to me. I remember being so upset because my throat was so raw and I was desperate for anything cold, because there wasn't even like iced for ice drinks. It wasn't even a fridge. Like, it was really off grid that we were staying in. It was absolutely horrendous. So yeah, I did not have a pleasant time. And I was very, very grateful when it was time to go home. Yeah, did not enjoy. Would not recommend. It's never fun being sick, but even more so when you're not at home, you're not somewhere comfortable, and you're just, like, not able to access what you need. Like, absolutely awful. Right, I'm pretty happy with how that's going. So we have those 3 dots on the head, or a couple of dots on the head, and I am going to bring in gold for this. I think it'll be a nice little touch. I just have to be careful and not run my hands over this until it fully sets, because it is a smudgy gel pen. And I could possibly bring some into the veins or something. And I realised I also forgot to highlight the rest of the face. Doing this very carefully so we also do not bump our gold. Living dangerously here. didn't even... There we go. Page is turning out really well. Thank you so much. I am very, very happy with it so far. It's come together pretty quickly. I haven't done... Like, I did do, obviously, a little bit off-stream, because I have been. I've been working on the pages off-stream as well. But it was mostly just finishing the colours and then the basing and figuring out a couple of areas of colour. But yeah, we've done, like, all the Posca work on the flowers and shaded a bunch of the flowers. Now we've shaded this little friend, except for the wings, which we'll come back to. Just have to decide if I want to include the gold as veins on the hair as well. And the wings we're going to be doing translucent as well. But I am being informed by Twitch that it is time for our hourly self-care check-in. So, take the opportunity. Do you need to hydrate? Do you need to stretch? Do you need to go to the bathroom? Do you need to grab a snack? Meds? And I need to stretch. Yeah. Do I need to go to the bathroom? I might need to go to the bathroom. So I'm going to put you on the Be Right Back screen. And we're just going to take a 3-minute break here while we do some self-care. It's a good opportunity to check out my gorgeous hoodie. Because as I have said, today's stream is because the hoodie is collabing with me. They're not paying me. They did give me an hoodie. And they did give me a discount code that you can use as well, which you can pull up with exclamation hoodie. I did go and spend my own money to buy 2 more hoodies on top of this hoodie. But we will talk fully about them later and look at some of the other designs and the other 2 that I'm also contemplating getting. But I do like this one. This one's very cool. But I'm going to chuck you on the Be Right Back screen and we will be back after this break. Oops, wrong button. Welcome back, everybody, from the break. I hope you did take the opportunity to do some self-care. I did go to the bathroom. I also grabbed a cheese stick. It's cheese. And I've discovered the fun that is string cheese. I didn't know we could get string cheese here in New Zealand. You know you can. And they're pretty good. Plus the fact that you like pulling it apart means it takes longer to eat. That feels like you're having more cheese. I hope we're all doing well out there. Gonna finish off my cheese stick. Finish off my little hip wiggle. And we'll get back to smashing this out. So we just need to do shading on the last two tree critters, the wings on all three of them, the glitter, and then this page is officially done. Yum yum. I also have to put my compression gear back on, sorry. Because of course we went to the bathroom, so took it off so we could wash our hands. Love compression gear. Great for my wrists. Terrible for going to the bathroom in. Should probably actually give these a wash as well. That time they went through the wash again. I have two sets here, so this is the old set. Okay. So the only area of purple we have left is up here, and it's in shadow from the arm. So we don't really need any more of the Posca purple. Do a little bit of shading underneath. That's pretty much it for the purple. Nice and easy. Start with our cool grey 5. We'll do a little bit for under the wings and around where the tail joins in. A little bit in here on the branch. Oh, definitely needed to go to the bathroom. Much better. Much better. Do, 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 do. So many arms. This one at the back is awkward because it's pretty tiny. We'll do our best. I hope we are all doing good out there. Hope you've all got some hydration and some form of snacks. And just feeling the chill vibes and relaxing and unwinding. Theo says hello from her mounted husk. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, it's so hot over there. Like, I think I'd rather be cold rather than hot, because at least when you're cold you can warm up. But when you're hot, it's just hard to cool down sometimes. It is too hot. We are in a heat dome and I hate it. Oh. If only they could find a way for sending heat and cold and curing, but also it would probably screw up a few ecological systems and, you know. I hope it passes soon and you can get back to your Hallmark Christmas card style weather. Okay, so we'll grab our light aquamarine and we'll use this around the edges to just blend out some of those highlights. They're very harsh in some areas, particularly on our faraway friend. And if we just blend them out a little bit, they'll look a little less intense. We're going to grab the green Posca. Raining now, so the temperature outside has come down to 24 Celsius. Just got to get all the hot air inside to go out now. The air also feels wet, not humid. It feels wet, yes. I know that feeling you're talking about. It's awful. It feels like it's almost raining inside in a fine mist. But I'm glad it's raining and helping break the temperature. Hopefully it will break that heat. And you'll be done with the heat wave. I am surprised I am not yawning more for the fact that I have literally had about half an hour sleep. I know it was about 7 o'clock when I finally drifted off and I didn't hear Sammy get up. But yeah, it was a night of no sleep. It was nice to get some sleep eventually, but oof, rough night. But surprisingly feeling okay, considering the fact I've had no sleep. Right, so we need to separate out leaves again. I realise that they kind of now do look like leaves because I've done them green. And I was trying to avoid anything in the Lost Planet looking specifically like actual greenery, but that's okay. We're just darkening up our shadows and contrast anywhere that we need it. Sleep is for the weak, and I am weak. It's okay to be weak. I am weak a lot of the time too. I am for sure taking a nap today. Like, I'm gonna need to. Because I know me and I know that I've got a longish night and I'm gonna need to do some self-care. Because we are operating on no sleep. It's not good. Yeah, no, at 4 AM, I was like, this is just ridiculous. And then at 5 AM, I got up and I played The Sims. Or it might have been 4:30ish that I got up to play The Sims. Because about 6:30 I came back to bed. And then after 7, probably about 7:30 I fell asleep, but I was awake at 8. Yeah, I basically had a half-hour power nap. Thank goodness for copious amounts of caffeine. We use the green to blend out our edges a bit. We need to bring some blue back up into here. Now, I do still want to do the leaf pattern in the gold, but I'm just aware that, like, that's not going to work. Especially back here. It's too tiny. Like, we're lucky to get the dots done. I could technically just do a line down the middle of each of them. Probably about the best way to get. Need something to break it up, you know? So yeah, let's just kind of dot some gold down the center of these leaves. Pattern here stuff. Just to tie in that gold a bit more, but also just to break it up. I just need a little something, you know? Like, maybe on this close-up one we'll do a couple of, like, dots and stuff. Not necessarily all of them, not solidly, just little dots, just like little reflections. Very carefully dust it away. Because the gold is still setting, because this gold does take a settle. But I do like that little touch. It just adds a little something and makes it feel a little bit less like plain leaves, you know? So all we have left to do is the translucent wings. That might be my running out light. I think these are both running out, to be perfectly honest. They're sounding pretty empty. So, plan for this is we will do a solid white outline and fade in maybe the Posca a little bit for the patterns if need be. I also have my white Inktense, which I'm going to pull directly from the brush and fade in to make that white more obvious as well. We'll start with our solid white Posca. Not going over the foot. And so when I did the Inktense base, I also added white into the colours in the wings, just so that appear lighter. And I kind of matched up what was behind it to make the wings translucent.
Hello Amy and chat, I hope you are well. The page is looking amazing. Alien, 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 oodie, oodie, oodie.
Yeah. Hey, Fud. How are you today? Yes, indeed. We have some aliens and we have oodie, because this is a collab with oodie, which we do have to do a little talk about in the future, but we're going to do that in a little bit. How are you though? How are you after your massive con? Are you recovered the spoons from Armageddon? And did it go well? Tell me everything. I know that I saw you in another stream and you mentioned buying some goodies. Both my Poscas are being a pain. You're coming out super thin for some reason, so let's take advantage of that and do the far away one. Yeah, I had lots of sleep. I crashed out for a full 12 hours after I got back. I am not surprised. Those days, like if you've never experienced being someone who sells at a con, they are so exhausting. Like, there are points that I liked doing about it, but oh my gosh, there are definitely exhausting points that I didn't enjoy about it. And I don't miss doing those elements. Right, so I'm not going to do the full pattern on the reverse side, but I am going to do the center line just to sort of carry that through. However, what I'm then going to do is grab, what I had the white out here, the white poly, but I don't. But we have the ivory, which is close enough. Now I'm going to actually scratch off some of this inner pattern so it's there but not as intensely. So also add a layer of lightness to our wings. We have no inner pattern there, but we'll just match it up. Alright. Alright. Especially when you have to catch the bus everywhere with your luggage. It was fun though. I got a liquid core D20 that is black and blue with glitter inside, and a 3D printed T-Rex skeleton with a blue magenta color shift filament, and some new Dragon Ball Z blanket, and some keychains. Oh my gosh, that sounds like a very successful haul of awesome things. I love going to cons and browsing the artist alley. Like, just such coolness there. There's always so many amazing, interesting, and unique things. I love buying prints. That's my big thing, is buying prints. I have so many prints. I even have artwork by Fid. So now we're going to use the Inktense and just use this around the edges to sort of create a bit of a gradient. And just make it not look so like solid white outline, but more like it's just slightly less transparent at the edge, or that you're seeing the edge more clearly because of the transparency. Saw lots of cool cosplay, lots of amazing art and creation, ate lots of nice food, went to a museum, and went to a Lego exhibition too. I got some prints too, Dragon Ball Z ones and cat ones. Oh, excellent, excellent combo. Yeah, there's quite a few people there, and I was like, oh, quite a few people that I would love to catch up with, but it's okay. We'll make it again sometime. It was a few years ago when I did Wellington Armageddon for the first time. And that was like a really important trip for me, because that was the first time I took a solo trip anywhere. And I went to Welly for 5 days, and I stayed in a backpackers, but I had like my own little room and bathroom. And I was doing it on the budget, so I went to the supermarket and brought a ton of food, and I would have breakfast and pack a lunch with me, and then dinner I would have out somewhere, because I knew food and accommodation were the two biggest expenses. So I booked like 8 months in advance and got a really good deal on a 6-day stay at this place, and then did that for the food, so that like I'd still eat out and have delicious food, but I also had like I went and brought a rotisserie chicken, and I made a bunch of chicken salad, and that was like lunch for a few days, and bread rolls and stuff like that, you know. And yeah, it was really good, and it was really cool, because that was the first time that, you know, I was working full time. It was the first time I could actually take something for me and go on holiday by myself, and that was really quite special to me. It was just the like, oh, I can go on holiday by myself. So that was really cool. Yeah, the spring one is usually the bigger event anyways. This is the midwinter one. Yeah, we did a hostel thing, but with our own bathroom, and brought snacks for the day, but had nice dinners out. Yeah, it's a way to do it, eh? Like, because food is one of the biggest expenses. So it's like, well, you know, especially breakfast, that's easy to do in a motel or a backpackers or hostel. But then, yeah, if you're still going out for a nice dinner, it still feels like you're having those sort of trips, but you can kind of keep a lot of the costs down. And it's not much to take a packed lunch with you. And you can still do some nice packed lunches.
And I would still like occasionally buy a coffee at places or an ice cream or something like that, but it meant that I had my lunch with me. And I could do things like, I went to Wellington Zoo, which was really cool. I went to Te Papa, and that was when they were doing the Gallipoli exhibition that Weta Workshop did. They had just put that one in, and that was really powerful to watch and go through. And then they also had like a fashion exhibition that had a bunch of dresses, and I can't remember who the dresses were for, but I just remember being like, pretty, 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 and then going down to the kids section and seeing the giant squid and being like, just sea creatures. So cool. But yeah, it was more the fact that like I went on my own and I did that by myself, and that was really powerful to me. And then yeah, I did the Armageddon. I had the 3-day pass. I didn't need to go on the Friday. I would probably skip the Friday, and then the Saturday and Sunday, like legit, I also didn't need to go on the Sunday. And I think I left pretty early on the Sunday. It was like I didn't need to come back for the second day. There wasn't anyone that I was seeing celebrity wise, but I did go and see the cosplay parade, which was like the first time I really saw a lot of cosplay, and I was like, damn, like seeing the full parade and stuff. And that's when I started my Jester Lavore cosplay, actually. Yeah. Alright, so some of these areas are now too much white. So before this Inktense fully sets, we're going to pick up some water and just start lightening the centers of some of these. Just to help with the gradient a little bit in some areas. But I'm pretty pleased with that. Like, I feel like that gives sort of the translucent wing look that we're after. Yeah, the cosplay parade is always pretty amazing. That's worth it going on the Sunday for, is just seeing the cosplay parade. But see, now I would also know more people in Wellington and know more things to go and do and catch up on. So, yeah, at the time I only knew my cousin down there. I didn't really have anyone else to go and say hi to, but it was okay because I was meeting them at Armageddon. Alright, I am going to mute you all for a couple of seconds while I give this a quick blast with the hairdryer, just to make sure the white is set, and then we're going to put our glitter on top, and then I think we can call this page done. I'm just going to mute you for a couple of minutes. Okay, done. Didn't take long, didn't need long, just needed a quick blast just to make sure it was set, so that when we put the glitter on top it doesn't activate and smush everything around too badly. Now we have 3 choices for glitter. I have 2 stickles, and then of course we have galactic glitter dust. Galactic glitter dust is a rainbow reflect, diamond has a bit of a yellow reflect, and twinkle is a more blue reflect. And I think because the creatures are blue, I'm going to go with twinkle. That feels like the right solution here. Just have that slight little blue shift. Oh, let's not put it on the wing, on the arm, please. It's meant to only be on the wings. And I'm just going to use a brush and just thin it out a little bit because I don't want it solid. I don't want to cover up all the opaqueness that we just created and the transparency we created. I brought 5 stickles, and twinkle is one I brought. It's so pretty. I love twinkle. It is one of my go-tos. Twinkle and yeah, Stardust, I think, was the other one I used a lot. Stardust is the Rainbow Reflect one, but because I have Galactic Glitter Glue, I'll probably keep using that just because it's a bigger bottle. But yeah, Twinkle is one of the ones that I use all the time. I also really like Mermaid's Tears and Cosmic. There are two other ones with colour shifts in them. So Mermaid's Tears is like a... I think it's Mermaid's Tail, sorry, not Mermaid's Tears. It's like a purple with a slight orange in there. It's really interesting, but it's really pretty. It's got like pink, purple, and orange. And then, I think it's Cosmic. Is like a... He's like a purple blue, but actual purple blue, not clear. And then, of course, Black Diamond is the black, but it's got rainbow glitter in it, so it's real pretty. How do we go convince? Oh gosh! And this is the funny part, is that now I guess I technically am an influencer because I have an influencer code. As long as one doesn't get on the other. Wow. That kind of folds into what I was going to talk about with the promo thing. Because I do have to do a little thing as part of it. I mean, I don't really have to, but I kind of wanted to anyway. Because as the title says, today is a collab with the oodie. And I was gifted an oodie as my part of this collaboration. So I'm not getting paid for this. I'm not getting paid for the link or the affiliate code that's being chucked in chat. It is just a code that you can use to get $35 off an oodie. That being said, like the New Zealand side at the moment has a ton of sales. So there's actually some really good deals on there. If you can get a better deal without using the code, do it. Like, do it. Get yourself one. But I brought, well, I chose this one, which is the rainbow splatter one, which I'll show you properly in a moment once we're done here. Because A, it's rainbow, we love rainbow, and it's splatter, so I was like, hey, that kind of looks like paint splatter, and that's really cool. And it's rainbow, so you're like, sold. But then the other thing about it is because it's black and it's splotched with colour, like if I spill paint on here, you're not really going to be able to tell. And like, you know, doing the arts, it's gonna happen. There's a reason I try to avoid buying white and light coloured clothing, because you spill paint and it's gonna happen. So yeah, big reason I chose this one is because of the rainbow splitter. And that is now glittered. So let's go to this scene, because since we're talking about it, let me show you it, because it is gorgeous. So yeah, as I said, the oodie isn't paying me, but they did give me this one for full transparency. I did go and spend my own money to buy 2 more oodies. So, yeah. So I got 2 more coming as well, because, like, you all know, me and blanket hoodies, I don't not wear a blanket hoodie. I legit live in them, I sleep in them. If I could shower in them, I would. Because as somebody with like chronic pain and arthritis, cold is not an option for me because it physically hurts. So I have got a lot of blanket hoodies. I am a blanket hoodie aficionado. And yet I still stole Samsara's hoodie as much as I could when I was here, because it is actually thicker and cozier and warmer and longer and bigger pockets and cute designs. So yeah, there are some really, really cute ones. So, and I'm also going to show you the other 2 that I'm contemplating, because I'm kind of thinking of replacing all my blanket hoodies with actual hoodies. So as you can see, there is an affiliate code and link.
So if you click on the link, it is a link that kind of lets the hoodie know that, like, hey, you're interested. This is a cool collab person to be collabing with. So click on that link if you'd like to. And what it will do is, of course, take you to your region. Let me just make this full screen. Of course, we're in New Zealand. So we'll go to New Zealand. And right now for New Zealand, I don't know if this is everywhere, but we have 2 hoodies for 119. Now that's not all designs, but that's a lot of designs in the range. You can see there's a bunch of them in my cart at the moment because I am looking at more. But yeah, this is a really, really good combo. And there's a lot of really cute designs in there. So what I have coming, if I can find them, I should have pre-prepped this. That would have been really smart of me. So there's a splatter hoodie. This is in the 2 for the price of 1, by the way. It is on sale for $99, but you can take off the current midwinter sale code and apply the Amy Ward art code to get $35 off. So you can save even more with the code. That's one of the ones we got coming. That's one of the ones I'm contemplating. One of the ones I'm contemplating. One of the ones we got coming. And let's see if we can find the gorgeous mushroom one that Samsara has also got, because it is super cute. Spoilers. Yeah, I should save it. I'll let you save it. You have to check it out on Samsara's stream. But as I said, I have ordered a couple more. So this is one of the ones that I've got coming, this ombre one, because it's just gorgeous as well. It's more rainbows. You know I love rainbows. And I was like, hells yes. That one's cute. So that one's actually half price anyway. The 2 for 119 takes it down to like $55.40. So a little bit more off getting 2. I don't know. I was like, that's cute. And then the other one that I've got coming is, of course, this gorgeous unicorn one. Because I was like, that is so cute. So cute. So yeah, cute little unicorns. And then there are 2 more that I'm contemplating. So there's this kitty getting into trouble one. Black cats, which freaking love. And it's like doing biscuits and like lapping up milk. But then there's also one where it's like tipping over stuff. And like, it's just a cat getting in trouble. It's such a cute design. And then there's also this one here. And I'll fully admit, the model is what's getting me. Like, that person with the way that they're holding their glasses just has an attitude. And I'm like, I want to be this person rocking a dino hoodie. There's just something about them. They're fabulous. I love the models that they're using. But yeah, this one's really cool because it's like dinos. And it's cute dinos just being dinos and doing dino things. So yeah, that's also in the 2-pack combo deal at the moment. Or you can get it individually. Yeah, Afterpay is how I'm paying for a lot of it. But yeah, they also do other things. Like, I did not realize that there are dog hoodies. Like, look at the dog hoodies. The doggies get hoodies. Like, that's so freaking cute. But yeah, I know for some of the world, it's the middle of summer. Like, the last thing you're thinking about is blankets and warmth and stuff. Like, I understand. There are sleepwear and stuff, but the code only applies to hoodies themselves, unfortunately. But, you know, if you're wanting to think ahead, I don't know if the buy one, get one free or 2 for the price of 1, however you want to word it, is global or just regional. But it's worth checking out. And if you want to hit up that link and just have a look for yourself. And I know I like window browsing. You can see there's a few in my cart because I've been looking. There's also a grey cat hoodie version that I was looking at. It's the same cat, but it's like different grey cats. It's also super cute. So cute. And then there's also a Pokemon one that I was looking at. Like, ugh. The Pokemon one I'm looking at because this looks exactly like a certain fabric that I
have with Samsara currently that is being turned into something. Like, And like, I live in them, so it's kind of justified, but do I need so many more? I know, we got 3. We got 3 at the moment.
Oh my gosh, the evolutions.
The Evolutions one is also gorgeous. The only reason I didn't have that one in my cart is because it's light colored, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna spill stuff on this one. I love Eevee though. Eevee is one of my favorite Pokemon because it can be anything. It's so pretty though. I also really like the Gengar one, and I'm not a big Gengar like Pokemon lover, but I really like the oodie. Like, the color of it is just stunning. Like, it's really nice. So yeah, have a check around. Check out the link. The actual code thingamabob. The coupon, I think, is what it's technically is. The coupon will be valid for about 2 months, I believe. But yeah, just thank you for the oodie, for this opportunity, and the really cozy, warm, colourful oodie. It's perfect. And this is probably going to be streamwear for the rest of my life because I live in these things. I'm not joking. I literally slept in this last night and then rolled out of bed and came and streamed. Oh, Samsara's moving her desk.
Oh, sorry, yeah. It's going to move your camera. It was just up too high and it was aggravating my shoulder.
No, that's valid. That's valid.
Free zoom, everybody.
Free zoom
Where
in!
you are.
Yeah, the model diversity I really love, especially the fact that they even have some disabled users in wheelchairs, as you saw. Like, there's just such a range of models as well. But yeah, the person in the dino hoodie with like the moustache, holding the glasses, and just looking fabulous with their grey hair, I'm just like, you're my vibe. And I'm pretty sure that's what's selling me the dino hoodie. It has a built-in neck pillow. Oh, the hoodies and zip pockets rolls up better. Oh, I didn't actually look at the outdoor one. Right, let's get distracted for a second. We have to wait for glitter glue to dry a little bit anyway. I didn't actually think about the outdoor ones. I did look at the onesies because they look super cozy as well. Oh, they're also on sale too. Don't have many colour options, unfortunately. A lot of them are sold out, which is quite understandable if they're anything like the actual hoodies. I did notice as well that they also do matching pillowcases. Like the splatter one has a matching pillowcase, and you can actually fold it up and turn it into a pillow, which is like, that would be really handy for when I want to bring a second hoodie with me over here and I'm traveling on the bus, because I can have one as a pillow and wear one. All the black ones are sold out. Of course, of course. I mean, black is a good solid colour choice. Again, it is part of the reason that sold me on the splatter one is rainbow, but it's also black. So it's like, I can spill stuff and not worry. Because I know me. Right, I am going to mute you all for a couple of minutes while I just finish off the drying of this glitter. And then we'll do another little review of our aliens. And then, yeah, I also need to put a stream marker. Where's my stream marker? Have you reset my quick actions? You have. That's rude. Right, going on mute. We'll be back in a moment. Alright, there we go. That is all dry. So hopefully you can see a little bit of the glitter reflect. You can. Plus all the shine reflect, because pencils, the continual issue of lighting. Yeah, now it's just a case of, do we need to fix anything up? Is there anywhere we need to perfect? So we've got a little bit of the line showing through there, so we'll just force your extra juicy now. Cover that up. And around here we lost our line a little bit, so we'll just cover that up a bit. Now it's just really being pedantic. Got some overspill, so I'll just scrape that off. You're a bit of a harsh highlight, so let's just blend you down. It's annoying. Yeah, it really is. Like, I do not have a jacket that zips up properly. I have a waterproof jacket. It does not zip up, and it's the largest that that particular company's jackets come in. But this has room to spare, and it's nice. Also like the fact with this one, I can tuck it over my knees. I think we're done. I think we can call this page done. Which is fantastic. Yeah, and I'm not seeing anywhere else I feel like I need to do any sort of fix-ups on. I think we can call this page done diddly done. Which is actually perfect timing, because we're a couple minutes away from a break. So we can go to break and then come back. The question is, do we work more? Oh, I'm going to have to lift this up to get the double page spread in now. Sorry about the moving camera. Do we continue to work on this page and keep basing the elements on here? Or do we just work on the glitter on here? Keeping in mind the glitter does provide a texture on here. But I did kind of want to work on the other page first so that the texture wouldn't be an issue when doing the shading. But also it'd be really nice to knock out 2 pages in a stream. I mean, we could just go ahead and start on one of these ones. I'm not sure. I might do this one later because I feel like I need to do distress ink back here. I don't have those here. I'm not sure what I'm doing for that page yet. So yeah, we've got this one, which is mostly completed. The only thing to do is SS Galactic Glitter Glue needs to go over all the black. Just because I tested a little area in here with the clusters, but you can see the shine reflect and the difference, so I have to cover all of it. I have done like a little section of it, but there's obviously still a lot more to go there. And then we've got this one, which we need to finish basing. So there's a lot of basing work to do on that one. So yeah, have a think. Let me know which one you'd like to see me work on. We're going to take a self-care break. Remember to hydrate, stretch, take your meds, which I am due for. Do you have washing in the machine? Do you need to put the dishes on? How can you look after yourself in the next 3 minutes? I could look after myself if I could find my pain meds. Ah, right there. Jeez. Sometimes I'm really blind. Gotta go do some dishes. We'll be AFK. All good. All good, Smoke. Good luck doing those chores. And good on you. There we are. We're now in ads. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. welcome back, everybody. I hope you had a good self-care break. We are just having a little extra wiggle. I'm still not sure. Still not sure. I suppose I should do this one, because if I finish basing this one, I can get away all the Inktense pencils at least. And that'll remove at least half the pencils on the desk. It's part of the issue. I have too many pencils out, and it's very overwhelming. Alright, that's decided. That's the logical option. Plus, I wanted to get this one done before I finish the glitter on the other one. And yes, it would be nice to finish off 2 pages in a string, but also, you know, let's be sensible about this. Let's see if we can get all the Inktense down. So in order to do that, let's remove a couple of things from the desk to make my life a little easier. So we'll put all the polychromos to the back, and we will put away all the Poscas. Put away the gold as well. Alright. That at least clears up a little bit. Yeah, do the order, that makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense. Like, the only reason I want to do the other page is so I can be like, woo, 2 pages done. But also, I want to have this one, like, I want to finish this one before I finish the glitter on the other one, because it does leave a little bit of a texture that can be difficult to work on. The Inktense helps, so it's not as, like, if I was just working in straight polychromos, it would be a different story. But, yeah. So, let's start with colours that we know. So I know the trees are pink and purple. We also have like spore growths. Have we done any of those? I did do them pink here too. It's a lot of pink and a lot of purple. Alright. So fuchsia and dusky purple. So our trees are pink. So base in this whole area pink. Pink. A lot of pink. Trying to do colour on a textured surface is awful. It really can be. Again, because we're using Inktense as a base, it does kind of help, like, fill in some of those textured areas. So it's not as bad as it could be. But it definitely isn't ideal. So, yeah, it definitely makes sense to do this part first. Right, and then these big droopy bubbles are also pink. Possibly a different color for that plant. I don't think we've explored this plant. There's a lot of new fauna in this scene that we haven't really looked at previously. So some parts are like, we have options to add more colors. It's not just going to be plain pink and purple, but there's going to be a lot of pink and purple in here because those are the colors we've established earlier. Did I do any of those ripple? No, but they kind of could be more of those orange tubey things. Here's one of the circular thingies. Alright, and then we're going to use dusky purple. And this goes in some of our shadow areas. Which will help it read more like leaves, but also what I used as the shadow colour on the pink. Just so it would tie in. So we just add in again, this will all kind of blend when we activate, so we can kind of just smush it on there. And then our treetops are mauve, sorry, dusky purple. So it's going to be a lot of just colouring in with the purple. Oop, you're a pink bubbly pink. Do, 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 do. And then what I want is mauve, and we're going to make sure we do actually grab mauve and not violet like last time. That is violet. Might still have mauve in the thing. I did use a little bit of violet to also shade last time. Mauve. The actual colour we want. And this is sort of darkening on our leaves, so we'll just sort of spot this in, following the sort of lines and shapes that have been put in there by Kerby. Alright, and then while we have the violet nearby, now that I can't find it, did I put it down here as well? No, dusky purple and mauve. I just literally had it. There it is. We're going to do this little creature's body in here, because I've got that. So we still have a few bits and pieces in the trees to fill. Alright. Did I use any deep purple? Was it just the mauve and dusky? It's just the mauve and dusky. So, what we're going to do is we'll do all these little bushes. Violacious, hello. It's so hot where I am today. We've got Amy and an oodie looking super cozy today. Oh, thank you. I am super cozy and super colourful and very much enjoying it. I did end up ordering 2 more oodies with my own money because they are just so good. How are you, Vi? It is lovely to see you. I hope you are well. Yeah, I am genuinely contemplating getting a couple more because they are significantly better than the other ones that I've tried. I'm like, I live in these things. And since they have a deal going at the moment where you can get 2 for the price of 1 on certain designs, and with Afterpay, I mean, they're paying $30 a fortnight. I was like, that is justified considering how much I live in these things. So I did get 2 more with my own money. This one they gifted to me in exchange for talking about them and showing them all to you all today. And again, exclamation oodie will bring up the link and the code that you can use to get $35 off oodies. But there's also a lot of sales going on at the moment, so you know, I'm not paid for using the code. It's just there if you need it. But also if you can get a better deal through what's there, do it. Save that money. The advertising plot works pretty much. I'm doing alright. My dad cut my grass and you say we cleaned the roof. Well done. I'm moving my stuff to my shed for storage now. Hardware store tomorrow. So busy. So busy. But well done on doing the things. You did the things. I hope you get to relax now.
You've done the things, you get a treat. Right? That's how it works.
Yes. You did the things. You get the treat. Hopefully I'm the treat. But also, I also fully encourage chocolate as a treat. Or cheese. You know, cheese is an excellent treat. The mad rush is on now. I get to relax when renters move in. Hopefully in 10 days. Oof. That is a mad rush. I hope it all goes well. I already hate moving and packing as is and trying to do it in the space of like a short time frame. Oof. I have done that before. I have had to move in the space of a week and move an entire household of stuff, and it was basically just dump stuff in boxes. Didn't sort it, didn't clean, just dumped everything in boxes and got it out. It was rough, and I hated it. Same, never again. Yeah. It's not fun doing a speed move. But sometimes situations happen and you have to do a speed move. Alright. So yeah, we've also been productive today. We actually finished off a page. We finished off this one. So our little trio of mischievous little flower creatures is done. So we've said that we'll come and work on this one some more because I'd like to get all the basing finished to get the pencils away. Plus it means that like all that's left to do in this one is put some more galactic glitter glue over the black I've done a little bit, but I need to do all of the black, but it is also going to make a texture. So it's like, well, it makes more sense to finish this one off first and then come in and do the glitter glue. So as much as I'd like to finish 2 pages today, we're doing it the sensible way. Yeah, we're just going in and adding in colours anywhere where I have already established shed colours, so I know what I've used, just to keep that cohesiveness between the pages. So I know a bunch of the trees and the plants growing on the rocks is purple. So we're doing a bunch of purple right now. Alright, where's that fuchsia? Because we have another bubble friend. Right next to a mushroom as well, so yeah, lots of pink. We're also starting off with basing what we already know the colours of, will also let us see what we need to add more of for certain colours. Like right now it's a lot of pink and purple, so. But like there's a few of these tubey little plants and those have been done orange before, so there'll be a bit of orange we add in. There's some mushrooms that I haven't coloured because they're a different style to the previous mushrooms, so we can make those different colours, or we could keep them all pink for cohesiveness. But again, it's a lot of pink. We have a lot of tubey friends down here, or the bubble friends, the drippy bubble friends. So these are all pink. Pink. This is why my fuchsia is one of the most used ones. But then we also have fauna like these leaves that have these weird eyes in them, which are very, very cool. But we haven't come across those before, so those we get to make up as a new colour. But yeah, I hope you're all doing well today. Even if you're busy, if you're having to do alert while you do this stuff, I understand. I wish you a productive day, full of success. Yeah, today's not a bad day for me. We've got colouring. I am working on like half an hour's sleep. But I actually feel alright considering. But I do have work and then a meeting tonight. So we will have to do a self-care nap soon. Sammy may be co-streaming with someone tonight. Possibly. Possibly. And then tomorrow Sammy is also streaming all day and it is going to be super, super cute and I'm super excited. And I encourage you to also check out the stream tomorrow, which will also be an oodie.
Yeah, as long as that's healthy and safe as we can.
Yeah. And then on Sunday, which would normally be my own stream day, there is no stream from me because Sammy, Vi, and Annie Banani had pre-booked in to do a Hollow Knight.
Don't put it all on.
No, it was just another thing that added to the chaos that is this Sunday for me. So I would have moved the laptop out to the kitchen and done a setup out there, and I might still do that for the afternoon. But the other thing that's happening on Sunday, it is the start of Kiwi RPG Week, and I am one of the mods of Kiwi RPG Week. So I will be at every stream, including the Sunday stream, which is 12 till 3, which is smack bang in the middle of when I would do my Sunday stream. So between the two of them, I was just like, okay, this is easy. We're going to just not stream on Sunday and move Sunday stream to Monday, which will be Sunday for a lot of folks anyway. So the Sunday stream is moved to Monday. However, I will be in the Kiwi RPG stream, and let me shout them out because they've got a very interesting name. Well, not interesting. It's the Māori name. So it's Kimu Whakatau o Aotearoa, which is Kiwi RPG in Māori, or Te Reo. So that is the channel, and I do suggest you hit follow It is a week of Kiwi RPGs, Kiwi written RPGs run by different Kiwis. There's also some prizes available. They can only be shipped to a New Zealand address, but for my American friends, I have New Zealand addresses for you and we can forward on. Just saying. There's some really cool stuff. There's some really cool systems, and we have some really cool friends that are involved with it. Sammy will be on one of the streams on Thursday. We have Ruby from This Is Ruby OK, who you all know I adore, who will be doing the final game on the Saturday. We have Jules on Tuesday. The whole thing is also run, well, not entirely run, but Penny originally from Yes And, where I met Penny and a bunch of wonderful people, is also one of the people helping organize this. So lots and lots of friends involved, lots of cool people involved, and it's also a cool Kiwi thing. And just really interesting TTRPGs. If you're trying to find new systems to try, lots of really interesting systems coming out. So yeah. I'll be there all throughout the week doing that as well. Yeah, keep an eye out on that. But that, as I said, does mean that Sunday stream is officially cancelled. However, if I'm feeling up to it after modding and I want to, because I'll be out in the kitchen, maybe we'll do a game stream. It's been a while since I've done a game stream. So maybe we'll go and play some Sims or something, you know? Like, Sammy, Annie, and Vi will be going for a while in here. So I just don't want to take my whole art setup out there because it's a lot of moving of stuff. But moving my laptop, keyboard and mouse, and a couple extra bits for modding and then potentially streaming, easy peasy. So yeah, but I will put an announcement in the Discord about all this too, because changes for the week. The other thing I realized was Friday next week is Matariki, and I was like, oh, we can do a mega stream. We're still going to do a mega stream because I don't have to work, but there is a Kiwi RPG stream to mod, but that doesn't start till 6 PM, so that's fine. So yeah, if we feel up to going for that long, we'll go for that long. If we don't, we don't. But yeah, lots of exciting stuff happening this week, and it's very cool to see. Oh my god, why aren't you turning on? Okay. What other colors can we pull? I know we have the orange, and I've done sort of like a dark red for spikies. So I did see spiky flowers before. Now it's like a Where's Waldo? Where are the things? There's a spiky flower. You are too dark of a red. Not charades. We want the medium red. Kerry. You also need sharpening. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool systems that I haven't seen. I'm super excited for Ruby's one because she's doing Monster of the Week, which she's very adapted in, and I want to play Monster of the Week, having heard her talk about it so badly. So I'm really excited for that one. It looks like a really neat system. I might make events for all our friends as well who are doing Kiwi RPG Week streams, so you get notified when it's one of the G Squad as well. You're a spiky. Got the spikies. Actually, I should have the dusky purple while I'm at it too. Actually, did I do all them dusky purple? I did some of them blue as well. The more longer grass ones, I think I did blue. Yeah, and I did the little ones dusky purple. Okay. You're like a bubbly texture, so you're dusky, and then was it green or was it blue? It was the green aquamarine. I always say green aquamarine when I do it. I don't know why. So if it's like wavy, we do it aquamarine. If it's spiky, we do it red. If it's a stone that's uncolored, we do it pink. Because I did it pink last time for occasional stones. And if it's bubbly texture, we do it purple. Do, 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 do. Okay. Nope, top of a plant from there, not a little spiky. Oh, I just put blue on the Space Explorer. It's fine. It was the wrong color. It's fine. Oh, there's another red spiky flower. One of the big ones. And here's another one. Right. Do, do. You should be another pink mushroom. It's the same as the other mushrooms. Blue grasses. A lot of this is just about blocking in the colors, making sure that we balance out what we've got. Itchy. Becky. Hey. Specky, 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 specky. Oh, I didn't do up here. We do need to... We'll do you as blue. Be blue, be a spiky. So I know like those are orange. So I could technically bring in. We did orange, orange. We did that tangerine, bright orange. Just see if we've got any other tubies. I've still got to go up there. Ugh. It's like everywhere you look, there's another section. Oh. Alright. Tubey friends. The only problem with laying down this many colours without activating is we're going to have to be very careful when we activate. We have a lot of colours that could blend into one another. Mr. Spiky friend. We could probably get some teal and stuff in there too, but that's okay for now. Tubey friends. Yeah, it's just like breaking down the shapes, do all the things of a certain shape, and then do the next colour. And it just kind of helps it speed up quite a bit, and like freebasing it like this helps as well because it takes away a lot of the thought when it comes to shading. Okay, let's got in a little bit more colour in. Oh, I just spotted a tubey friend in the corner here. Right by this eye that is staring at you. Right. Look at this. Look at that eye. Very clearly an eye. Chibi friends. We've missed a few chibi friends. There's probably a lot of stuff we have missed, but it's a start. So I already know straight away I need to get some yellow in here. And I want to do these dragon looking eggs yellow for certain. Because these look cool. And then I can also use gold to dot on them. And I'm going to bring in a little bit of the cadmium orange. So our spaceship and our spacewalker are white, but they're all shiny white. So there's going to be a bit of color reflection, but I don't color the ship, and I do that in pencils because by doing it with the Posca, the polychromos without the Inktense layer, they're a lot more transparent, and so it reads better. So we won't be touching that. So I'm thinking this weird bubbly plant here in the corner, we could do that bright yellow because that would also tie the yellow over. Then we might be able to find little areas that are like one off. Like that is the only type of that particular plant, so we could do that yellow as well. And that will help just bring a little bit of yellow all around. I think we'll do that. And we can do all these ones yellow. So I'm just going to colour the whole lot of yellow. These weird carrot looking things. And again, using cadmium orange, we'll just go in there. Add a bit of variation in tone. And then I think I still have our, or did I put back? I did put back the ochres that I used on the previous. We want tan. That was the colour that I used last time. Deepen some of those shadows, add a bit of more neutral. Right, any other colour suggestions or things that you think should be coloured a certain way? Right out there. You're technically tree, so I think you've got to be purple too. Did I encounter them last time? More pink. So much pink. So we also have two creatures that we haven't encountered, so they are new colors, and a lot of these plants are new. There's nothing like we need to consistently color to follow through, but even then, by using the same color palettes, things are just going to naturally appear similar. Just because we're using that same color palette all the way through. Well, since we're here, we might as well do this, because this is all pink as well. And I definitely say we've got enough fuchsia for now anyway. Oh, that's an area of teal that we missed. And there's another area down there. Look at this one, because I did do some bubbles on here red. Also did some brown, but we had less brown ground here, so I did do that blue. Okay, cool. Let's do that light blue. Let's do this one. Like it's another one of those thingies, just to tie it over. Let's just do this weird mossy stuff. Which I think I did pink in a previous one, but we've used enough pink. Did use a little bit of dark purple violets, so don't want to go too ham on it, but it'll also help tie in our little creature here. It also has dark purple. I've got stem of this plant. Even on Earth there are plants that are in the same family but different colour flowers. Exactly. Exactly. Again, we're just keeping it to a colour palette. Like how many different rose colours there are. Yeah. And they always end up producing more as well because of the crossbreeding and all sorts of stuff. Right. I am, in all honesty, starting to go a little cross-eyed. Which I think is a good sign that I need to stop and take some rest. Again, I'm operating on very little sleep, so I think the fact that everything's starting to go mush, and like I'm seeing things, but I'm also seeing very obvious things. I think that's a sign that it is time to end for the day, but we have done a lot today. I am very pleased with how much we have done. We have finished off a page. We got a bunch more based. Like, yeah, I didn't get everything based, but there's also going to be a lot of sitting here and figuring out colours, so it's a start, you know. I'm going to need more yellow. But thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me. I hope you've enjoyed watching the stream today during your time here. It's really coming together. Like, the Lost Planet's really coming together. I like it. So yeah, as I was saying before, Sunday, if there is a stream, it will be Twitch only. It'll just be an impromptu gaming one. But also a lot of other people are streaming and I have things to do. So we'll see. But Sunday stream will be postponed till Monday. So we will be back on Monday, 10 AM New Zealand time, and a regular Tuesday stream. So 2 days of streaming. Woo! Yeah. That's about it. We should see if we can find someone to raid. I don't know. My brain's also not working. And I'm not going to be hanging out anywhere, so I also could just end it. Because I'm going straight down for a nap. Wow. I have almost nobody on. That's very odd. Usually at least 10 or 12 in my follows, but no, there's 3. It says a lot. Alright, yeah, no, we're going to take advantage and just go to sleep for the day. Go and have a rest before work. Make sure you self-care. You know, listen to your body. Don't forget to check out the link for the oodie. I'm not paid for it, but it just says to oodie, like, hey, this is a cool collab. Appreciate y'all. And, yeah. I'll see you next stream. I have nothing else to say. Oh, goodness. Alright. Take care, y'all.